Okay, so we're going to begin with pile number 1 over here with the purple crystal. Okay, so here we have pile number 1 with the amethyst crystal. We're going to start out with our standard tarot deck. So we're going to put these to the side. Little messages from your future child. Okay, so let's move this out of the way for a minute. We have the victory card, which is 6 of Wands. We have the 9 of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Temperance, the 2 of Cups, and the Tower in reverse. Okay. So, I'm seeing here, this is someone who's going to be very determined. They're going to grow up with their finances. I feel like they're going to learn from you financially, and they're going to wind up building their own empire when they get older because of how much they learn from you. They have a good business mindset. And what I'm getting from the King of Cups is that there's someone who are also going to be very emotional. So this is probably going to be someone who marries and who shows you a lot of love and affection and loves when you return the hugs and the kisses. With the Temperance card here, they are going to be very balanced. You're going to have a good relationship with them. Wow, that's very positive. Okay. And with the 2 of Cups, I feel like they're probably going to see you as one of their soulmates, because our family can also be our soulmates. They're going to be very close with you. With the Tower in reverse, I see that maybe because they're so emotional, it might be difficult for them getting by at first. They might run into certain situations where they feel like they're trumped, or they don't really know how to handle what's in front of them because they let their emotions get in the way too much. But they're still going to be very successful, have a good business mind. Let's see our other cards. Okay, so they're going to be a visionaire. They're going to be someone who has a lot of plans for the future. The King might be a boy. The Self. And the Dead End. Okay, yeah, again, I feel like they're going to hit some mind blocks as they grow. I'm hearing that you're going to help them through this a lot because you have such a close relationship, but they're very sensitive to the world, which is also why I see them marrying and being a good partner. But they have a lot of goals and dreams, so they're going to need someone who keeps up with them. And the Self, I feel like they're going to radiate self-love. You're going to teach them confidence. So not just how to handle their finances, but confidence, self-love. And I feel like that's what's going to get them through being this sensitive person. Let's see what else we have here. Start anew, begin again. Visualize healing. Okay. So they might be a water sign. We're getting that from the Temperance, the King of Cups, and then start anew, begin again. They're definitely going to be someone who is constantly coming up with new goals and is able to hit the restart button when they need to. They're the kind of person, if they're in a bad mood, they could snap out of it and put on their best face and go after what they want. Visualize healing. I feel like this is going to be a very good way for them to heal by actually visualizing their futures. As long as they feel they're heading towards something that they've always wanted, that they want to bring to fruition, they can keep moving. So they're going to be someone who needs to be very goal-oriented and look towards the future a lot. And then we have the Justice card. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity with the Queen of Fire. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options. Creative solutions. Tireless, so that's interesting. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. Okay, see, we have this balance here with the balance card and the temperance. I feel like they're going to struggle a bit with letting go of their balance. I'm not saying that they're going to struggle with balancing their priorities. I feel like they're going to struggle kind of stepping back from their priorities. They're on the go all of the time, and they really want to get what they deserve with this Justice card, and they might even be a righteous person, someone who cares about people's rights and likes to give people the opportunities they deserve with whatever position they may have. So yeah, they're going to be very independent and maybe even creative, and tireless. So I feel like with this balance card, they're going to be very okay. They're just going to have to learn how to also balance their mental health along with everything else. But yeah, that's all I'm seeing here in that sense. But we have some messages from your child. The first one is, yuck, you guys kiss a lot. She sticks out her tongue. So we have King of Cups and we have the King here. But this might just be a very strong individual, someone who has a lot of power, gets a lot of attention, and has a good status. So that could just be what the King of Cups and the King means. My favorite place to be is outdoors because mom and dad camp with me under the stars. Okay, so yeah, they're gonna have a very close relationship with you and your partner. I also see for you, I know this is about your child, but I see that you're going to be marrying the love of your life, someone you're very affectionate with, and they're going to see that and sort of replicate that. And I just see this being a very healthy, happy individual. They may, take a look at the card's features. Okay. So, what I'm getting from these cards, they may have light brown hair or blonde hair. And I'm getting that it's going to be flatter or have a little wave to it. It's not going to be curly, it's not going to be too voluminous. It's going to be very flat, light brown or blonde. And that's it for pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed, and please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Okay, for those of you who chose pile number 2, this is your reading. We have the bracelet with the cross. So maybe religion is going to be a big thing with your family and with your child. We're going to start out with the original tarot deck and put these to the side for now. And yes, I do have some messages for you from your child. That's what these cards are. Okay, let's get started. We have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, the 5 of Cups, the High Priestess, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, and the Devil. Okay, so don't be alarmed by the Devil cards. Not necessarily a bad thing, especially with these types of readings. Okay. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm getting this is somebody who's going to struggle to balance things. And also, I don't mean to skip ahead, but with this Devil card, they might have the tendency to be obsessive. So they might be focusing on one thing and then kind of lose track of the other. And I also see that they're going to be someone who doesn't realize what they have and might look at the stuff that they don't have or they're not as good at. So, for example, if they're really good at surfing someday, but they're not very good at dancing, they might only focus on the thing that they're not good at. But with this High Priestess here, I feel like what's going to get them through this kind of obsessive thinking is having some religious ties, being with their higher self. So yeah, this could be any religion, but I definitely see that it's going to be present in their life. And then the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this might indicate that this is a boy child that we were talking about, but I'm not too sure yet. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. This is going to be someone who has a lot of ideas for the future, who's very career oriented, but might not fully believe in themselves or lack the balance that they need to be successful. But I see that they're going to get through this and they're going to be able to be successful with the Ace of Pentacles. They're going to be presented with a lot of opportunities. They might have what's called the Midas touch, where good things kind of just come their way. Everything they touch turns into gold. So even though they do have these setbacks personally, they're still going to be presented with a lot of opportunities. Even with this card, the giving of the cup to the younger person, I feel like they're going to have a lot of abundance in their life. And maybe that's even why they can't always see the good in that, because there's just so much that they want to accomplish and so much that they're being offered that it might get overwhelming. Also, with the Six of Cups card, you could be having twins. So we could be talking about 2 children here. In that case, we might just be talking about 1 at the moment, but I definitely see a possibility of twins. I'm sorry about that. I got cut off when I was receiving a phone call. We're going to continue with the Angel Oracle deck. We have the King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, charismatic, focus, 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 communicate with vision, and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. Okay, with someone with this much determination, where they are determined to be good at everything, I definitely see them being ambitious. They focus very hard on what's in front of them. The Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. Okay, they may be a fire sign. They definitely have a lot of fiery energy. The Hermit, spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. Okay, so this could also be someone who enjoys their alone time. It helps them think and organize their thoughts. It also might help them with the balancing. 4 of Air, time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So this is someone, yeah, like I said, they definitely enjoy their alone time. They enjoy kind of rejuvenating themselves and maybe even meditating and focusing on themselves in order for them to build up the energy and the motivation to go out and do what they need to do. So you might see them a lot maybe playing video games in their room, or running up into their room after school to do their homework, just very into their alone time. Okay, we have Embody Ancient Wisdom, Guard and Protect the Sacred Waters of Life, and Embrace Enlightenment. Okay, so this might be an old soul. Your child might have a very old soul, and that's probably why they enjoy their alone time. They're very contemplative. They kind of spend time thinking to themselves, meditate, guard and protect the sacred waters of life. Okay, so yeah, I feel like they're going to need to spend time alone to protect their own energy. This also might go as far as them protecting other people's energy. That might be what they're involved with in their career, or maybe that's just something they're naturally good at. They're probably going to be the kid who calms you down when you're a little stressed or upset. They're definitely all about protecting your energy and your happiness. Embrace enlightenment. So this is definitely going to be somebody who might have intuitive abilities, psychic abilities, or just be a churchgoer. We did talk about religion before, so they definitely might be heavily involved in that in their future. Yes, we have the Healer, protecting other people's energies. I'm definitely getting that from them. the animal, the castle, and the riddle. Okay, so with this animal card, I feel like that's where their fiery energy comes from. They're definitely going to be someone who's very ambitious. They may need some time to think about what they want to do, or who they want to be, or how they want to help. But once they have their mindset, they're someone who is very focused and driven. The castle. Okay, so they may be admired by a lot of people. They also may be sheltered. You may want to keep them indoors more often, or they may choose to want to stay indoors more often. And I'm also getting that there's someone who just enjoys being home. Yeah. And then the riddle, I feel like, you know what, it is interesting. As I'm doing this reading, I'm getting the sense that they are kind of like a riddle. It's hard to quite put your finger on who they are, because in an instant they could be someone who's out and about, getting what they want, being ambitious, but then they might have to retreat and protect their energy and kind of be with themselves. So I am picking up on them being a little hard for people to quite understand, but they're definitely someone that is admired by the people around them. Okay, here are your messages from them. I'm mean on the playground, but you're a sucker for my brown eyes. Okay, so they may have brown eyes, and they may be a little bit of a troublemaker when they're younger. This could also come from that fiery energy. It can come from the fact that they get easily disappointed in themselves. They lose at a game, volleyball, and hopscotch, whatever they're doing out on the playground, they might feel really defeated and maybe cause some trouble. This is something that they do work on though, and still find success through, so don't worry too much about that. And then the other message from them is, I'm going to be tall and strong. Okay, yeah, we get that with this animal card. They're definitely going to be, like, I just picture them in action is what I'm getting in my head. I just picture someone who is unstoppable when their mind is set on something. So they might sit down and think and think and think, and then they're up and out the door. And people watch them with such admiration because they look so good when they're doing what they love. They just look energized and happy, and people even might get jealous of that too, or try to understand them, and it's going to be hard too. So yeah, your child definitely might have brown hair as well, with the brown eyes, because of all the cards here with brown hair. But yeah, that is your reading pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope you come back for another one of my videos. Okay, we're on to pile number 3 with the sunflower bracelet. Here is your reading. Ooh, I'm picking up some energy from the sunflower. I feel like this is going to be someone who's very into nature and outdoorsy, very gentle soul. Yeah. Okay, we're going to start out with the original tarot deck, and then we're going to move on to the other ones. I also wrote little messages from your future child as well. We'll get to that at the end. Okay, for starters, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, the Three of Cups in reverse, the Nine of Swords in reverse. Oh wow, we have a lot of reverse cards. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. And the Hermit upright. Okay. So. You might have someone who's very conflicted. A child who's very conflicted with themselves. I'm picking up on that. I feel like they might be really good at putting on a mask and making everyone happy. I'm not even getting into the cards yet, it's just the energy I'm picking up on. I feel like they have a very sunshiny disposition, but they do go back and forth with this pain, this underlying pain. They might be someone who, I don't want to say plays the victim, but might actually feel victimized. You might travel a lot as a family. I'm getting that sometimes they enjoy that, sometimes they may not. The Three of Cups energy, upright, they are definitely going to be someone who enjoys being in groups, who enjoys their close friends, their close network of friends. It's where they're going to get a lot of their support. I feel like they're going to have a lot of restless nights because there's something that makes them kind of put on this mask. And I don't really know what that is yet. But with this Nine of Pentacles, they are somebody who does recognize your family as the ultimate family. They may get everything they could ever ask for, and they're a little confused as to why that's not enough. Because I see you happy with your partner, you guys are comfortable, there might be pets, you'll be close with other family members. It's just the ideal situation. And for some reason, this still makes them feel like it's not enough. Then we have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands in reverse, which makes me think that this is definitely a person who has good status, who is mature. Definitely mature. This might be your first child. I'm also getting that they might have blonde hair. I know that's very random to say at this point, but I'm definitely picking up on that. And with the Queen of Cups in reverse, I feel they're going to struggle opening up. They're going to struggle with their emotions, although they do have a lot of emotions and a lot of thoughts. I feel like they're going to fear kind of coming forward with their creativity and how they might be different. But they're definitely getting that, like I said in the beginning, that sunshiny disposition. And it's not always a mask, but I feel like it's going to be at times. And the Hermit, okay, they might feel like they have to retreat and be alone in order to handle and keep up with this false perception they're putting out there. Like, it's very heavy, sad energy, but it's not because you don't provide for them or do things for them, like travel with them. It's definitely something within themselves that friends are going to help them through. Let's look at our other cards. We have the Angel Oracle. Okay. Two of Earth. Too much going on at once. The need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. So yeah, I guess they're going to be somebody who definitely needs you to keep them energized and be kind of playful and humor them, because I feel like through humor they're going to be able to be their best authentic selves. Knight of Water. Emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. Falling in love or wedding proposals. The need to balance emotions. An invitation to a social event. Okay, so yes, this definitely has to do with their abundance of emotions. They have a lot of emotions, so they're just hard to release for them. But I see them definitely coming out of this and being okay with who they are and who they may love because of the wedding. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things happening at once. I feel like they're going to realize that they are accepted by you and by their family. And this has kind of been a burden to them, how they felt for a long time. And again, I don't see this being any of your doing. I feel like this is going to be something that your child has to go through as an individual. Six of Earth. Gifts of money, time, or effort. New career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. Okay, this is going to be someone who definitely makes money, probably doing something creative. I don't know why I thought that. That just came to mind. I feel like they're going to be doing something creative with the Queen of Wands. And I feel like they're going to be paying you money too. They're going to be giving back to you. They definitely will appreciate you, especially as an adult. Queen of Earth. Thoughtful, creative, warm, sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. So yeah, the Queen energy, this is definitely a mature person. They're creative, they're warm, they're sensible, and they're definitely a family-oriented person. So if there is any broken ties or problems with the relationships in the family, they're definitely going to want to mend those relationships, because family is what has gotten them through so much. Friends have helped them, and they really appreciate you. I'm getting that sense that they really are going to appreciate you in their adult life more than ever. Let peace prevail. Move away from a difficult situation. Yeah, I was kind of picking up on this before. I didn't mention it, but I feel like they're gonna need to get away. They're gonna have to maybe even get married and run away for a little while. I'm seeing like a year maybe, just to finally be with themselves and take off that mask and kind of be happy being who they are. And they're gonna come back and try to fix or mend any relationships that may be broken. I don't see that being with you. It might be with an aunt or an uncle or a grandfather, something to that degree. But yeah, I see that you should just be very patient with them, because this is something that has to do with their own individual experience and nothing to do with you. So let peace prevail. What else do we have here? The Ocean, the Mother, the Mask, the Kiss, the Father, and the Mirror. Okay. So yeah, I feel like they fear the immensity of the world as much as they want to dive into it and appreciate everything that's in front of them is terrifying to them. They're looking out into this great expansion of a world and kind of freaked out. So there might be someone with a lot of anxiety. With this Mother and the Father card, yeah, I feel like they're gonna really appreciate you and your partner, whether you're a male or female, I feel like. Or even if you're male and male, female and female, they're just gonna get that feminine and masculine energy that they need, that every kid needs. And they're really going to appreciate you for it. The mask we discussed, I definitely think they're going to be putting on a front for you and the rest of the family. Maybe not with friends, I don't think, because this is a very positive card. But this also might have to do with who they like. Romantic situation with the wedding, the moving away, and the kiss. They might be insecure about the person they like. They don't know if you're gonna like them too, whether they're a different race or different gender. They kind of have this notion that they should fear your response, when in all reality I don't see you being very judgmental. I feel like you have a very healthy relationship with your future child. And the Mirror, they're probably going to struggle with their appearance. You know, you may see how beautiful or handsome they are, and they just will struggle with those image issues. And it also could just be because they're having struggles with their identity or with who they may love, and then that anxiety kind of transfers to how they may look. But there's definitely a lot of healing with this card, so don't worry. They're not going to be struggling forever, and your family will mend any broken ties. This is a very beautiful child too. Again, I'm seeing that they're blonde. They need you to be playful with them, be humorous with them, to let them, you know, get rid of some anxiety, let loose, because they're gonna also really like to be outdoors. And be very appreciative. I just keep hearing appreciative. Whether they show it or not at first, they're just gonna really appreciate you for showing them the world and being so kind to them and being understanding. It just might take them some time. So yes, that is your reading group number 3. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I hope you come back for another video. I'm going to move on to pile number 4 now. Pile number 3, I realized I never gave you your messages from your child or your future child. So I'm going to give them to you now. I'm sorry about that. Mom, your heart beats fast because it's so full. They've got baby blues. Your child might have blue eyes. Accept me, please. And I was saying that this child, I think, may be blonde. So it would make sense if they might have blue eyes. But they definitely cherish their mom. They think their mom is very loving and they appreciate how much they're nurtured by her. That's why, again, I was saying I don't think this is a parenting issue. I think this is an individual issue that they're going to have to deal with. And they very much appreciate you. And they need to feel accepted. It's something they're going to struggle with a lot. But yeah, that's your reading. Hope you enjoyed. And I'm going to move on to the next pile. Thank you. Hi, for those of you who chose pile number 4, here's your reading. You chose the bracelet with the J charm. This might indicate your initials or the initial of your future child. We're going to start out with the standard tarot deck at first. Okay, and these are little messages from your future child we'll get into later. Okay, so we have Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Fool. Okay. With the Eight of Wands, I'm definitely picking up that that your child is going to be someone who likes to take action and run. I'm just picturing somebody who likes to be out in the backyard running, racing with their friends. Ace of Swords is going to be someone who's very opinionated. They're going to know how they feel about things, and they're going to let you know how they feel about things. They may even challenge you every now and again, which is a good thing. It teaches kids confidence, so don't take this as they're going to be very sassy. They're just going to be very confident. Seven of Pentacles. This is going to be someone who feels like what they do is never enough. Now, I don't know if this is from a parenting style or this is just how they feel on the inside, but I definitely am picking up that they are going to put a lot into their work, into the things they like to do, into academics, and they're still going to feel like it's not enough. Because the Seven of Pentacles is under the Ten of Pentacles, clearly. And Ten of Pentacles is completion. So they're never going to feel fully completed with their projects and their academics. And you can kind of see it in his face. He looks down on himself, you know. But at the same time, he never puts down the hoe or the rake that he has in his hand. He doesn't want to give up. The Hierophant. Okay. This is kind of the more masculine, religious energy. This is going to be someone who might be in touch with their higher self, who might be religious, maybe because you're religious. Or they just might be a leader, is what I'm getting. I feel like they're going to be very frustrated to the point where they're going to take on way more than one person can handle. It's like they're trying to prove to not only you and themselves, but to the world that they can complete a project and that they can be good at it. So I'm definitely picturing them being a leader. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, more finance cards. I just feel like this is someone who's going to be stable. I don't see any mental illnesses or kind of dead ends in the future. I feel like they're definitely going to be someone who knows how to handle their money and how to spend it, how to save it. And then we have the Fool. Oh. The Fool, I feel like they're going to take on a lot of the opportunities that are handed to them. They're going to be very curious, and maybe even to the point of innocence. You know, I feel like they're going to jump into this leadership role so quickly without really considering it, but it might be good in the long run because they didn't think so much to the point where they didn't do it. They just innocently jumped right into it. They might run for class president in school. They may go for the hardest jobs in the future. They're just someone who steps out into life unapologetically. And again, with the opinionated, I feel like they're just going to be very strong-willed and decisive, whether that means they move too quickly or not. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Let's go to the Angel Oracle. We have the Page of Air, logical, honest, impulsive, curious. Exactly what I just said. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans, truth delivered without tact. So yeah, they might, this is funny, they might leave you in the dark about some of their decisions. That's how fast they move. You know, they might be running for class president and you won't know till they're making banners in your living room and you're kind of shocked about it. But there's someone who, that also shows independence though. There's somebody who doesn't really need to rely on you all of the time. Then we have the Moon, important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. Okay, so yeah, they might be going by their intuition. Whatever they feel is right, they'll just go for it. They don't have too much fear. Although the Moon does indicate someone who's indecisive and who has fear, I feel like it's the opposite. They're gonna be more tapped into the intuitive aspect of this card. King of Earth, generous, professional, responsible, practical, a successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered, the Midas touch. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, they're gonna accept these opportunities. Any opportunity they feel good about, they're not gonna think twice, they're just gonna go for it. The Magician, you are ready, you have the resources and the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. Yeah, they're gonna be really good at manifesting, which means that anything they may want, they can bring into fruition, and it might happen faster than the average person. The Dreamer, a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It's just all confirming. Let me see if I can get anything about their looks. Ooh. This person might like to keep their hair short, whether male or female. They definitely like to keep their hair out of their eyes, probably because they're moving so fast. But I don't know, maybe it's something they grow into. They might keep their hair longer as a child and then like it shorter as an adult. They may even learn religion and financial stability from you and your partner. I'm picking up on that, yeah. As much as they themselves are these things, they definitely inherited them. Okay. And then we have the Village, the Destroyer, the Fault Line, and the River. Okay, yeah, this is definitely someone very stubborn. It's gonna take a village, it's gonna take, you know, family and friends to kind of keep this child in check. I hate to say it, but they're definitely someone who doesn't think twice. And it's not always a bad thing. It kind of works out for them in the end. But for instance, if they feel something is not serving them, they'll completely get rid of it and choose a different path. They're not afraid. They're a very fearless person. The Fault Line, they might fall on their butt sometimes because they're like this. This is gonna be their biggest flaw, and yet their, you know, most treasured thing about them. I feel like it's gonna have good and bad effects, and this is gonna be the bad. They're definitely going to trip over their own feet sometimes. The River, yeah, this is somebody who's definitely stubborn because they get stuck so much in their ways and their way of doing things that it's gonna take a tide, it's gonna take a pull to get them to look at things from other people's perspective or to see things differently or go about things differently. They're gonna be very set in their ways. And like I said, I think it's going to take more than just you to get through to them sometimes. Okay, so we have seek the wisdom of your shamanic guides and regeneration, death, and rebirth. Yeah, so they're very quick to regenerate. If they're going through something traumatic or unsettling or something that doesn't serve them, they'll detach from it and just grow from it and become an even better version of themselves. I feel like you're going to need to seek the wisdom of your elders, of your parents, of the people older than you, or the people around you to help raise them. I don't feel like this card is about them. I feel like it's about you. You're definitely going to have to ask for help. Not because they're a bad kid. I don't think they're very temperamental. I just think they can be stubborn and kind of try to parent the parent. Yeah, okay. I have dark, flat hair and won't let you cut it ever. Yes, this is what I was getting. I feel like as a child, they're gonna like their hair and their face, and it's gonna quickly change when they realize it's getting in the way, especially if they wind up being a leader or a professional. They're gonna want it out of their eyes as an adult, which is very ironic because they just like to never stop. That's really what it is. They're just always up and at it, so they can't sit still too long for a haircut. Dad is always smiling. I hope he never stops. Okay, so the male figure in this child's life is going to be a big influence on them. I feel like it might even be the one person who gets through to them most of the time. And they really enjoy that their dad is so loving and he smiles a lot, and I think they are also fearful that they're going to make him stop smiling, maybe because of their stubborn antics and whatnot, but they really do appreciate and love the male figure in their life. Okay, pile number 4, that was your reading. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Please come back for another video if you like this, and I'm going to move on to pile number 5. Thank you. Okay, for those of you who chose pile number 5 with the orange calcite, this is your reading. We're going to start out with the standard tarot deck. Put these to the side for now. And we're actually going to get into your messages from your future child at the end. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands, the Lovers, the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Emperor, the Sun, and the Page of Swords. Okay, so I'm getting this is going to be someone who's very creative as a child, because page usually means more immature, so if I were to guess, this would be earlier on in their life. They have a lot of ideas. Yeah, I feel like they're just going to be very artistic. They might be drawing in their room or writing in their room, or maybe even making a mess of what they're doing. It's very creative. With the Lovers, their parents, meaning you and your partner, might share a very close love that they definitely pick up on. You might even be soulmates or twin flames. So they definitely grow up with both male and female figures, or just masculine and feminine energies. Knight of Swords. This is somebody who might rush in sort of immaturely. They might actually be a lover. That's what I'm getting, yeah. They're gonna be very romantic. They might be the kid you have to watch out for because they're always going on dates. You know, they're always out and about with someone new because they're trying to find what you have with your partner. I'm getting that they're a hard worker. I feel like they might be a hard worker to afford all these dates as well, or to impress their dates and to impress you. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I definitely feel like they push themselves above and beyond, not only for themselves but for others. Yeah, so this might be someone who's into either creative work or laborious work. The Emperor, they're going to be very much in their power. They're going to be a sturdy person. I feel like they're going to be influencing people. People are easily influenced by them. The Sun, I feel like they're going to radiate high energy. Maybe that's why people are so inspired by them and might listen to them. And then with the Page of Swords, yeah, I don't know, I'm really thinking that this person might have an immature demeanor, but it's also what keeps them so positive. They're not so serious all the time. They might be a natural leader. People might take after them. They might seem like they are set in their ways and have everything figured out, but in all reality, they are pretty immature. I'm getting athletic. I definitely feel like they're going to be someone who motivates the team, might even be the star of the team. Okay, let's move on to the angel cards, angel oracle. We have the Ten of Water. Hold on. Actually, I'm going to start from this side. That might be the end. Renewal. Review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. The Emperor. Wow, we have the Emperor twice. Organized and logical. Structure and discipline. Leadership. Okay, so renewal, I feel like this might even mean that they go from someone who is very creative and who wants to find love to someone who's very laborious, athletic, and likes to date around a lot, who is very indecisive with their love life. So I feel like they're going to be a different version of themselves pretty early on in life. Page of Fire. Outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. Okay, so this person definitely gets what they want and tries to take shortcuts. Not necessarily cheats, but they definitely are someone who thinks that they can get whatever they want at any means. But they're going to be presented with a lot of opportunity, especially with the sport that I'm picking up that they might play. They might get asked to go to a few colleges. Ten of Water, contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. Okay, so yeah, I feel like they're going to go through this immature phase, but they're definitely going to settle down eventually. I feel like they're going to find a partner who matches their energy and just makes them want to have that love that they saw you and your partner have as a child. Okay, then we have our archetypes. The Queen, the Tear, the Storm, the Mentor, and the Vow. Yeah. So there's someone with status. And they're also someone who's very emotional. And instead of it being shown through crying or neediness, they're definitely someone who's just outgoing and explosive to kind of get their mind off of things. So that might be sports, that might be being mischievous, going out on dates, because they don't want to face their real emotions. And their real emotions might be that they want love just the way that you have it, and they don't want to admit that that's how they really feel. That's what I'm picking up on. The Mentor, I definitely feel like they're going to be a star athlete. They're going to be a mentor on their team. And the Vow, yep, they're going to get the love life that they always wanted. Then we have Arise from the Ashes of Despair and Adapt to a New Situation. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be their transformation from immaturity to maturity. I feel like they're going to eventually have to face these emotions and the fact that they do want to settle down. I feel like this life that they're living won't serve them for too long, and they'll realize that. They'll realize that they might want children. They might want a partner, the male and female here, or the masculine and feminine. Okay, here are their messages for you. Sparkle, sparkle, glitter, dance. Protect my heart. Yeah. So they have a very high energy spirit. They're very active, whether that's in sport and creative as a child. They might be making a mess, what is what I said with their art. You know, painting the walls maybe. But they're telling you to protect their heart. Because it might be that they put on a huge front to protect their status growing up. But they're going to need you to know who they really are. And to protect their emotions and talk to them. You always kick my butt in hockey. As I get older, I let you. So yeah, this might be a message to... Hockey might be the sport that they play. Huh. It's interesting. They might let you, whether you're mom, dad, kick their butt in the sport when they get older, but maybe you're the one who taught them. You're the one who put the hockey stick or the basketball in their hand. And they grew up wanting to beat you and be better than you. This might be where this wanting to prove themselves energy comes from too. I'm gonna work really hard and get really good at my sport so I can prove to mom or dad that I can do it and that I can be better than them. Even though they do let you win from time to time. Yeah. So that is your reading pile number 5. I hope you enjoyed. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and watch my next video if you'd like. Thank you. Have a nice day.